What's happening, everybody? Welcome to my channel. It's Cassie Wavy as fuck, and welcome to my first motherfucking video, bitch. And if y'all new to my channel, please like, comment, subscribe. It'll be greatly appreciated. And shit, let me stop yapping and get right into this motherfucker. Alright, y'all. So this happened, I would say, like a month after Micah had asked me out. And if y'all don't know, Micah is my girlfriend. We've been together for almost 3 years now. And so this had happened, as I said, it was like a month before I was going to leave middle school. And what had happened was my mom actually told us. My mom was like, mind you, like before I even get into this whole thing, like my parents are Mexican and like extremely religious. So, you know, this whole like gay situation was never like cool for them. Like it was always like, no, like you need to be with a man, like that's just how God made you, you know, it's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, you feel me? Like just all that shit. So it was definitely hard for me, and I never wanted to actually come out to them like anytime soon, especially me now, like, you know. And so yeah, enough of that. But one day my girl was here, and my mom had told us like, I'm gonna go to the store, you know, whatever. She was like, oh, do you want to come? And I'm like, nah, I'm cool. Like, the fuck? I'm here with my girl. Like, I'm not going to go to the store with my mom with her. And, like, you know, obviously my mom didn't know that she was my girl. Like, I'd always have her over. So I feel like my mom never really caught on. But, like, I'd always have her here, like, every other day. And mind you, like, I would never have anybody else over, like, at all. Like, as I said, my parents are extremely, like, they were really strict, and like I'd always feel like, fuck, like I didn't always want to have her over, but at the same time I did, because this was back when like I didn't even know like if I could go out. Like I was scared enough, like I was hella scared to ask my parents like, oh, can I go out? Like it came to the point where like my girl and I would literally fucking hang out like at school. Like we didn't even go to the same school. Like she was in high school and I was in middle school. But we're just 2 years apart. So yeah, we didn't go to the same school. Even when I went into high school, we still didn't go to the same school. But yeah, we would always hang out at my middle school, like on weekends. Like we'd just hang out there, and there's like a park nearby, and like we just chill. And it'd be the cutest thing, because like she would always be grateful. Like every time we would hang out, like it would just be like the cutest thing ever. And so like one day, I guess, as I said, my mom had told us that she was going to go to the store, so, you know. And, like, every time I'd have her here, like, there'd always be somebody home. Like, so we could never, like, really do anything. And plus, like, Micah was, like, the first girl that I've actually, like, ever dated, like, for real, like, a real relationship. Like, all the other ones are, like, just, like, they either lasted, like, a week, or, like, it was just online shit, and I've never even met him. So yeah, if you're watching this and I dated you, don't get butthurt. But anyways, yeah, so we were just chilling or whatever. We were just chilling on my bed. I don't even remember what the fuck we were doing, but I remember this dude, oh my god, whenever like my girl and I would do something like sexual, as you guys can see right here, that's my door. And we would always be like in this corner, like right here, like just doing whatever the fuck we had to do, because like we were hella scared, like because I don't have a lock on my door, and if my mom would open the door, like we could just like get off each other hella quick. But my bed's like over there, so like my mom would see us, you know, like on the bed, and be like, what the fuck, you know. And we obviously didn't want her to like know anything yet. And so honestly, like we were just, I don't know, we were just like hella feeling ourselves, like, you know, feeling on each other, and we were just making out. Like she was kissing my neck or whatever, and like I remember that it just felt bomb as fuck. And mind you, like the reason why like also that we would never do anything is because this house, like my walls are thin like fucking paper, bro. Like I swear you can hear everything. So I was hella juiced when my mom said like I'm leaving. So I was like, all right, for sure. Like we just chilled here. Obviously my mom just knew she was my friend, so she didn't expect anything. So she left, went to the store to go return something, and you know, Micah was, as I said, she was kissing all up on my neck, and you know, it was just hell. It felt bomb as fuck. And my window was open. So I remember that my window was open, and when we didn't hear my mom come back. So she pulled up, she came back. I remember Micah kind of pulled away from me for a minute, and she was like, I think your mom's here. And I was like, nah, like, I don't think so. Like I think it's my neighbor. Because I could have sworn, like, I heard, like, my neighbor. And because my neighbor's door is, like, literally right on the other side of my window. And I guess we just didn't hear it right. Or she heard it, but I didn't. And she kind of believed me, you know. So my mom came in. She already gone back from the store, whatever. And so my mom kind of came in my room, and she kind of peeped because, like, as I said, she didn't think that we were dating or doing anything, because she never, like, thought of me like that. So my mom kind of just, like, peeped, like, you know, like any mom would. But she didn't knock. She was just, like, making sure, like, oh, she was like, oh, is your friend still here? Like, she just wanted to know. So she peeped. She opened the door. She saw us on top of each other. Micah was, like, laying on top of me. And then she closed the door. And we didn't even hear her come in, dude. That's the fucking craziest fucking part. We did not hear her come in my room. How the fuck did we hear her, like pull up, but we didn't hear her open my fucking room door, bruh? Oh my god, all bad, dude. We just heard her close it. So my mom saw us. We didn't even get off because we didn't see each other, but my mom literally just opened the door for like 2 seconds. Saw what she had to saw. Clearly, Micah was here. She closed the door. And I hella heard her shut the door. We both did. I got off of her so fucking fast, bro. I was like fucking lightning, bro. I got off so fucking quick. I was like, oh my god, no. Like, no, like, I'm fucking dreaming. Like, my mother did not just fucking walk in my motherfucking room right now. Like, oh, hell no, dude. Like, it was all bad. Like, fuck, dude. You don't even understand, dude. If you're Mexican, your mother, ooh, you know what I'm talking about. I was like, oh, hell no, baby. I fucking knew she was gonna call me. Because my mom, like, you guys may think, like, I'm lucky enough because she didn't fucking, like, pull me off of her, like, right then and there. Like, she called me on my phone. This is the same exact words she fucking told me. She got on the phone. I was so fucking scared. I didn't even want to answer it. Like, I remember just staring at my phone, and it just said, Mom. And it was ringing, and I didn't want to fucking answer. Like, I was just staring at it for, like, a cool-ass minute. And Micah was just, like, yelling at me. She was like, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, just answer it. Like, what the fuck? She's gonna come in here and she's gonna fucking drag me out the fucking house. Like, dude, just answer it. And I'm like, fuck. Like, I was so scared, dude. Y'all don't even know. Like, I was shaking. I answered it, and my mom just goes, okay, me dices ahorita si eres una puta. Like, something like that. Like, eres una pinche lesbiana or some shit like that. I was like, fuck, dude. My heart just fucking dropped. I was like, oh my god, like, no. And my mom, like, basically told me to tell Micah to leave. And so, you know, Micah left. I was just so embarrassed, dude. Like, fuck. Like, mind you, I was just with her for, like, this was, like, we were together for, like, a month. And then I was just like, fuck, like, we're gonna fucking break up. Like, my mom was so fucking mad. Like, right after Micah left, I had kissed her goodbye because I didn't know the next time I would see her. So I kissed her goodbye. My mom was in another room, and she had called me in there, and she started questioning me, and she was like, tell me the truth. Like, are you a lesbian? And I'm not gonna judge you. Like, I'm still gonna love you because you're my daughter and all this stuff. And I'm like, how are you gonna sit here and, like, yell at me and embarrass me in front of her, but you're gonna say that you love me and that you want me to tell you, like, who I am? And I knew that if I even told her that she was bullshitting me. Like, she just wanted to take the truth out of me and then make fun of me later on. And that's exactly what she did. She didn't know how to take it. She just thought I was joking the entire time. Like, she was like, you're never ever gonna fucking see her again. Like, I don't even want to see her step in this fucking house ever again. Like, I was just hella crying. Like, I was pouring my eyes out. And I was like, fuck, dude. Like, I'm fucked. And so I was just, you know, it was a really bad time in my life. Like, fuck, dude, that sucked ass. And so, there was, like, a time where, like, during this time, like, my mom, my cousin, and I would, like, walk around, like, our neighborhood, like, right after dinner, like, just to, like, talk, you know, about the chisme, whatever. And if y'all don't know what chisme means, it's like, you know, that tea that needs to be spilt, you know, but in the Latin culture. So it would be with my older cousin and then me and my mom, as I said. So one day, I guess my cousin couldn't make it, so I had asked my mom, like, do you still want to go walk? And at this time, like, I literally had not talked to my mom for, like, 4 days ever since this had happened. Like, I was so scared to talk to her. Like, I was scared of what she would say. Like, I knew that whatever she said, like, I would not like it, and then we would just not get along. So I had asked her, you know, can we go walking? Like, I want to talk to you. And, you know, we went on that walk. At first she was a little hesitant. She didn't want to go. And then she ended up, like, coming. And then we would walk. And we were literally, like, 10 minutes into the walk. And not even a fucking peep was out. Like, nothing, dude. And then, like, I was like, you know what, like, we were fucking, like, halfway done with our fucking walk. And, like, I haven't even said a word because I was so scared. I didn't even know where to start. And then I, like, just said, like, my mom, like, I was speaking to her in Spanish. And I was like, you know, like, why don't you like her? Like, why don't you like her? And then, as I said, like, I just said that shit twice. But, yeah, like, why don't you like her? And she was like, well, it's not that. I just, like, is she really, like, your girlfriend? And I was like, fuck, like, yeah, like, I love her and, like, all this shit. And mind you, like, as I said, like, this was a month, like, after we started dating. But when Micah had asked me out, I remember that she had gotten me roses and some chocolate. And my mom saw the roses and she was like, who gave you that? And I was just like I said that my friend gave it to me. Like, she didn't even expect nothing. Like, she was just kind of like, like, teasing me. But she didn't, like, think I was actually serious, you know? So I told her, like, oh, yeah, my friend gave it to me. She was like, oh, okay. And then, you know, like, when we were walking, like, she kind of, like, added everything up. And she was like, oh, so that's why you had the roses. And she was like, oh, so, you know, she got you some roses and stuff. And then I was like, yeah, like, I really love her. Like, mind you, like, as I said, it's been a month. But, like, we talked, like, a month before that. And we were all, like, you know, it was going great for us. And my mom was just, she didn't know how to respond. Like, she just thought I was playing, and she was just laughing the entire time. Mind you, I was, like, bawling my eyes out. Like, I was so irritated and fed up because she wasn't taking me seriously. And, like, you know, I was telling her, like, this is the way I am. Like, it's not something that I chose to be. Like, it's just, you know, it's natural. And, yeah, she just kept making jokes about it. And then after I had told her, we were walking for, like, another 10 minutes. And she was just laughing the entire time. Like, she was just cracking jokes. And I was just fucking crying. Like, bro, are you serious right now? And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. And I left. Like, I walked my ass back home. And, like, 10 minutes later, she, like, comes in my room. And she, like, she was FaceTiming. I remember she was FaceTiming my niece. And my niece at this time, like, she was a little baby. And, like, I would always FaceTime her. And, like, my mom just comes in my room and gives me her phone. And my niece is on FaceTime. And my sister as well. And I was like, oh, hell no, like, I'm hella crying. Like, I don't want to talk to my niece like this. Like, she's going to be like, why are you crying? And then, like, she was just going to be worried. And I was like, no, like, I don't want to talk. Like, I'm just going to start crying on FaceTime. And my sister was there as well. And I had already knew that my mom had told my sister. Because I heard my mom walk in and she was, like, whispering to my sister, like, oh, yeah, she's in her room. She's crying. Like, I remember my mom had told my sister everything. When I had told her not to say anything, my mom told my sister, and, like, she basically just threw me under the bus. And then my sister was like, really, Mom? Like, you didn't even know? And, like, mind you, I had never told my sister, but, you know, they all kind of figured it out, because I'd always be a tomboy when I was little. I wouldn't like to really play with Barbies all that much. Like, I just, you know, what everybody says, like, I love playing with, like, race cars and, like, all that shit. Like, I love playing with my boy cousins, but at the same time, I always love playing, like, mom and dad and shit. But usually the mom would be another girl when there were no boys, and you know what happened there. But that's besides the point. But yeah, so my mom had left the phone in here, and I was so irritated because I wasn't just gonna hang up. And my sister was just like, what's wrong? Like, talk to me. And I was just like, no, like, no. Like, I don't want to fucking talk to you right now. Like, I'm just so irritated. And then I know my sister was just gonna make me cry some more and be like, we love you and stuff. And I didn't want to hear that. Like, I didn't need that. Like, I just wanted to be left alone because I just felt like I wasn't loved. Like, was a horrible time in my life, as I said. And like, I don't know, like, I'm like, fuck, like, my eyes are getting fucking red because it's just, I hated it. Like, I didn't even want to tell my parents, and I wasn't slick enough to fucking hide it. And like, every time like my girl would come over, like we literally, like, it took my girl like exactly like a fucking, I think it was a year or a few months, but before she stepped back in my house, because my mom, after a while, she kind of accepted it, and she was just kind of like, whatever, like, she can come over. And so we just kind of hung out. My mom would always tell me, like, if she comes over, like, I'm gonna have to, like, take your door out so I can see what you guys are doing, or you guys have to hang out in the living room. And I was just kind of like, what the fuck is the point of her coming here? Like, that's so awkward, because first of all, my dad is, like, so antisocial, as well as my brother. Like, they're really awkward, and then my mom is, like, kind of awkward, too. And then, like, I just thought it was just gonna be, like, what the fuck? Like, I don't want her to come over and not feel comfortable around my family. Like, I don't even feel comfortable. Like, why would she, you know? It's not even her family. And, yeah, like, it was all bad. Like, my mom was just tripping over the longest time. I remember she had taken away my phone, and, like, she was just basically punishing me for, like, being who I am. But after a while, she, like, just realized, like, you know what, I can't do anything about it. And it's true. Like, I'd always fucking cry, and I'd tell her, like, you're really punishing me for being who I am. And it was just like, fuck, it was an emotional ass fucking time for me. And yeah, like, that's pretty much what had happened. Like, and until now, like, my mom, she kind of still, like, talk shit about my girl sometimes, and I don't like that shit, obviously, but, you know, I feel like it's always gonna be like that. Like, she's never truly gonna understand how it is. Yeah, my dad, actually, my dad, like, never talked to me about it. Like, I remember that, like, before my parents even found out, like, I'd always have to ask my mom to go out. And then I remember that, like, this one day, like, I had already gotten ready. Like, I was ready to leave my house, and I told my mom I was gonna go to the movies. And I was gonna go to the movies. And then, like, right when I got ready, my mom was like, ask your dad. And I was just kind of like, what the fuck? Like, I never had to ask my dad for anything because we are not close. Like, my dad lives in this house, but we're just not close like that. And so I was just like, really? Like, you're really gonna make me ask my dad? Like, I don't even talk to him. Like, that is so fucking weird. And I, like, after, like, 10 minutes, like, I just asked him. Like, it took me so fucking long to just fucking ask him because it's so awkward. And so I just asked him, and he was like, yeah, whatever, just go. And, you know, whatever. So I went, and yeah, like, it was just all bad. But that's pretty much the whole story on that. Like, my siblings knew. They all fucking knew. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed my story time. I finally made this fucking video after so fucking long of telling you guys. I'm gonna actually make a part 2 of, like, the rest of, like, how my family took this and shit like that. Really hope y'all enjoyed my long ass story time. Please like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for listening. Yes.